Hello, children. Very good afternoon and Jai Hind to each and every student of mine sitting there and getting connected to me virtually. Children, we have finished the first part of your English literature course and we are left with a smaller part now. We'll be compiling it after this short break which you have enjoyed. Did you enjoy or did you use it in for practicing whatever we have taught you in your half yearly session? Have you practiced it? Now, children, I found that you are not well prepared with your grammar section yet. Neither you are prepared with your poetic devices, literary devices. So I would ask each one of you to put more and more efforts in your poetic device and literary device and the grammar section. I'll be taking the tests in your grammar section as I had taken before your half yearly. Do you remember? I'll be framing question papers and I'll be sharing with you, and I think with that we would be able to improve in our grammar section, to become sound in our grammar section. But for that you have to help me religiously. You have to. And how you'll help me religiously? When you will prepare yourself. I'll be giving you the schedule that next day this topic I'll be taking up, and you will be thoroughly going through the topic. And if any questions you will be if you face any questions, any doubts, then and there you can write it to me. You can write it through your WhatsApp window, and you can get connected to me and get those doubts clear, children. Right? So, only practice worksheets can make you sound in your literature. Right, children? So, today, as again we are starting after the half yearly, I'll be starting with some writing section. And I'll be taking up the formal letters, complaint letters from your formal letters. Now, letters are the means of communication in written, isn't it? And there are two types of letters. One is formal, another is informal. Now, formal letters are generally called as official letters, and informal letters are the friendly letters, isn't it? So, formal letters we have already done. We have done the letters for placing orders. We have done the letter to the editors. We have done the letter of inquiry, isn't it? And today I'll be taking up the complaint letters. Now, children, I think you all know, but just I'll be revising it. Why do we write a complaint letter, children? Yes, when we have any issues regarding or dissatisfaction regarding any business transactions, isn't it? We write a complaint, or when we discover, we means the consumers, when we discover any defect in the product which we have received, or not only the product, in the product or the service which we have received, we write a complaint letter. We write a complaint letter when there is scarcity of water, scarcity of electricity. That is, we are dissatisfied. We are not satisfied with the issues. We write a letter to the authority. And why do we write? We write a letter with the hope that our issues, our complaints will be validated, and there would be some corrective measures or steps taken by the authorities. Isn't it, children? We write in a anticipation that our problems will be resolved by the so and so forth authorities. Right? So, today I'll be teaching you how to write the complaint letters. And complaint letters are of different types. You write a complaint letter to the municipality, you write a complaint letter to the shopkeeper, you write a complaint letter to any authority, you write complaint letter to the editor also, right? So these are the different types of complaint letters. I have already prepared some examples which I'll be discussing in today's class or in the next class, right? If I can compile it today, it's fine. Neither I'll be going to the next class. And after that, what I would do, children, I would ask you to write some letters, right? And those questions practice sheets I'll be sharing in my next class, not today, right? So can we start? Yes. So I'll be sharing the PDF here which I prepared for you. Nowadays I'm not preparing PPTs because I find PDFs can also solve our problem. Now, class 10th English complaint letter. So, complaint letter is a type of letter written to address any type of wrongdoing. Any type of wrongdoing, children. Offense, grievance, resentment arising out of a product. This I have discussed just at the starting. Now, children, complaint letter, just before I proceed, I want to share with you people that complaint letter would also follow the format of a formal letter. Now, can we just revise quickly the format of a formal letter? First, it would be the sender's address. Sender's address, if it is mentioned in the question paper, we have to follow that. And if it is not mentioned in the question paper, you have to write whatever you want. Or the examination hall address also you can give. Or you can write whatever address you just like to give, right? Sender's address, and then what you will do, you will leave one line in between. You remember, in formal letters, always we leave a line in between. And after that, you would be writing your date. And date would be in extended form. Extended form. Okay? 2nd of November 2020. The whole thing you have to write. Right? And then again leave one line. And after that, address is address. Oh, ma'am, from where we would get the address is address? Yes, it's there in the question paper. When I'll be discussing the examples, if you have forgotten the last letters, I'll be discuss it when I'll be doing your examples. That too you would find in your question paper. Now, address is address. Also, it would be very definite and very clear, right? And after that, what you would do, you would again leave a line. Now, in address is address, what common mistakes we do is, sir. Why sir there? To the principal or to the editor. Why? The editor, right? And at times what we do again is we write the editor and then we don't write the address of the editor. The municipality commissioner, where we just leave it, because at times the question doesn't have the full address. Write a letter to the municipality commissioner that you are facing problem due to scarcity of water. What you write? The municipality commissioner. But there are no address. Where? You have to. If it is not given, you have to write your own. Isn't it? You have to think of it and write your own. You have to imagine some address and it should be complete. Like there should be the name of the place and the name of the city and then the state. Pin code, I always ask you to write the pin code because that is the actual way. But many of your health books may ask you not to write it, but I do ask you to write the pin codes. Right, children? So after that, what you do is, after the receiver's address or the addressee's address, what is, again you leave a line and then you start your letter with a salutation. Sir, ma'am. Right? Very formal. Again, no commas. Then again leave a line. Then the subject of your complaint, the subject of your letter, and it should be very precise. The subject should be very precise, underlined. And from where do I get the subject of the letter, ma'am? That you would get from the question. Everything is there in the question. The subject is there in the question. Understood? So you would write the copy, you just copy the question, the subject from the question and paste it there in your answer sheets. So, and it can be underlined or it can be in inverted commas, right? It should not be too long. It should be very precise and very clear, right? And after that, again, you will be leaving a line and you will be starting your body of the letter. The body of the letter, it can be of 3 paragraphs or of 4 paragraphs. Right? The starting of the body, the opening sentence of the body of your letter should very precisely, very definitely, very specifically, very clearly should write the complaint. Okay, it should have the mention of the complaint of your letter. Right, children? And after that, you will be continuing the problems faced due to the complaint. What are the problem you are facing? Then you will be giving your next paragraph, and each paragraph, when you change it, there should be 1 line gap. Yes. Are you getting me, children? Now, and after that, what you would do? You will give your suggestions. Your suggestions. In this paragraph, you would be giving your suggestions. Right? And the last concludatory paragraph, what you would do? And before the concluding paragraph, there again would be, you will be leaving a line gap. Right? And what you would be writing there in the concluded paragraph, you will just write that you hope that corrective measures would be taken as early as possible by the authorities. Right? And then thanking you, your name and your designation, that you are a student, or you are a consumer, or you are a member of the society. Okay, you will just write it. Right, children? So, again, I'm back with your complaint letter. So, complaint letter is a type of letter written to address any type of wrongdoing, children, offense, grievance, and resentment arising out of a product, service, etc. Got it, children? It is used to raise your concern about the unfair things and speak a productive outcome. It is a fundamental right and duty of a citizen to seek justice arising out of any injustice. Now, children, I have just made it very clear to you in this PDF that why do we write the complaint letter. I think you are getting in very simple languages I've used, children. Okay. And the first step toward it is filling a complaint. Okay. It inspires other troubled consumers, influences the concerned authorities to take proper action and make the defaulters more liable, responsible, and responsive. All right. Now, it can be of the following types. I told you at the beginning that when do we write the complaint letters? I discussed with you, children. Yes, those things only I have presented in a written form in this PDF. Right? It's a personal complaint letter. Personal complaint letter, the type of complaint letter you write on your own individual level pertaining to your individual grievance. Grievance means dissatisfaction, anger, is referred to as a personal complaint letter. Right? Now, the professional complaint letter. It is the type of complaint letter that is written on the behalf of the organization pertaining to the issues that are affecting the organization as a whole. Right? Now, what are the topics for writing a complaint letter? Incomplete or defective order. Order means placing order, you remember? Yes, children? You have already done a letter of placing order. If the order is defective or it is incomplete, means the order which you have given for your items, it is incomplete, or they have given you some defective items, then you write a complaint letter. Now, abnormal delay in sending the consignment. They say that they'll be giving it within 15 days and it is 1 month, they're not giving it. That what do? We write a complaint letter, right? The goods arrived in a damaged condition. That is the defective, I told you. The goods arrive in a damaged condition. Then the goods are different from what were ordered. The goods are different from what are ordered. Then quantity of goods is not what was ordered. Alright, that is incomplete. Now, goods are delivered at wrong address. Goods are delivered at wrong address. We write a complaint letter. Then work undertaken is done unsatisfactorily. You're not satisfied with the service. You write a complaint letter, children. Now, misbehavior of staff or the salesman. They have misbehaved. Okay, you write a complaint letter. Mistake in preparing the invoice. You lodge a complaint. Defective packing that might lead to the damage of goods in transit. Mistake in bill or reminders for payment after the bill has been paid. Okay? And what are the other causes? These are the causes we have given. Now, what are the other causes? Just see. The other causes are wrongdoing in the public. Like using of loudspeaker, blaring, the blaring loudspeaker is hampering in your studies. The honking of the vehicles, okay, disturbing the patients in the hospital. So these are all the wrongdoing in the public. Okay, chain snatching. Okay. Rash driving of the DTC drivers. Rash driving of the DTC drivers, poor treatments of the street dogs, cows, buffaloes, anything, and any other problem. So, children, did you get what I said? That these are the situations when we write a complaint letter. Did you follow, children? What is a complaint letter? I have explained it. I've explained what should be the format of the letter, and I've also explained when do we write a complaint letter. Right, children? Okay, now come. Let us start with the marking scheme. The marking scheme, it has differed this time. Then also, you can just go through it. The format, the sender's address, that is the all over the format, the sender's address, the date, receiver's address, subject, heading, salutation, complimentary, closure. Altogether, it is the format. What is the format? Sender's address, date, receiver's address, subject, heading, salutation, and complimentary, closure. Altogether is the format, and it carries 1 mark. Then the content means all those 3 to 4 paragraphs. All right. Then the accuracy. You must have seen when I correct your writing section, I write FCA, don't I? The accuracy means accurately how you have presented, without any spelling or grammatical errors. That is the accuracy. Accuracy takes 1.5 marks. Fluency, 1.5 marks. And if you write, see, this is, I've written it, I've mentioned it because this is very important. Most of the time I see this, children. No marks are awarded if only the format is given. कभी कभी हम लोग क्या करते हैं, सिर्फ फॉर्मेट लिख के छोड़ देते हैं, अंदर कुछ भी नहीं लिखते हैं, सोचते हैं कुछ नंबर मिल जाएगा. You will get 0. You will get marks when you write the body, right? Now, the complaint letter format, which I've already discussed, again I'm discussing with you all. The sender's address. The sender's address is usually put on the top left-hand corner of the page. I hope you all remember. Then leave a line, the date. The sender's address is followed by the date just below it. That is on the left side of the page. You have to maintain a line, okay, at the left corner of the page. This is the date at which the letter is being written. If the letter is written today, I'll be putting today's date. If it's tomorrow, then tomorrow's date. Okay? It is to be written in expanded form. You understand expanded form? I think you understood it. Then leave one line. Then the receiver's address. Receiver's address, whether to write to above the address, please do not write it. To is obsolete now. We do not use. It is there in some side books, but please no to it. Okay? Please no to it. Don't write the editor, the commissioner, the police superintendent, the teacher, the principal. Right? Make sure you write the title, name, position, etc. Right? Of the receiving official as the first line of the address. Then the salutation. This is where you greet the person you are addressing the letter to. Bear in mind that it is a formal letter, so you have to be very formal. The greeting must be very respectful and not too personal. The general greetings use my dear sir, my dear ma'am. No. It should be very, very formal, nothing personal. So the general greeting used in the formal letters are sir or madam. Then you will again leave a line gap and then the subject. Then we sum up the purpose of writing the letters. Now children, these officials, they get huge heaps of letter. Now it is not possible for them to go through each and every letter. Just shuffle off the letters and just check the subject. So you can understand that how very important is the subject. The subject has to be very precise, very definite, very specific. You cannot write history there. Okay. So once, okay, water logging in the locality. Right. Okay. Chain snatching. Okay. Blurring of loudspeaker. So you have to write it. Okay. The item was in the order was incomplete. There were 4 damaged items in the received order. So if you write it very specific, very short and very clear, children, it would be easier for the person, the addressee, to solve your problem, to resolve your issues quickly. Right. So then we sum up the purpose of writing the letter in one line. This helps the receivers focus on the subject of the letter in one glance. It is important to underline the subject. I told you, either underline it or write it within inverted commas. Okay? It's better you underline it, children. Please. Now comes the body of the letter. This is the main content of the letter. It is either divided into 3 paragraphs or 2 paragraphs. If the letter is briefer, the tone of the content should be formal. Do not use any offensive language. You have to be very, very formal, children. You have to be very formal. Okay, another point to be kept in mind is that the letter should be concise. वहाँ पे history नहीं लिखना है, ठीक है? And to the point. And always be respectful and considerate in your language. It should include short introduction paragraph, providing the details about the product or service. That is, the subject of the complaint includes date, location. You have to be very specific in mentioning each and every details, children. Okay? Include the dates, location and the specification about the item or service. State the issue with the item or service. Provide details as to cause. This may include malfunction. What it may include? The malfunction, the billing issues, the details that were not disclosed, etc. Now, next is indicate how you would like them to resolve your problem. Provide specifics about you are seeking. Next is indicate you are including the copies of transaction documents. So what I said, you have to be very specific and you have to count each and everything. Very important when you're writing the letter. Okay, the attachments also, you should be aware of what are the attachments you are sending. It should be complete. Okay, and indicate you look forward to their reply within a specific period of time. Indicate that they can contact you about the issues and provide your contact details. Very important. Your contact details is very important. Then the complimentary clause. At the end, At the end of your letter, we write a complimentary closing. The words "your faithfully," "your sincerely" are used, or you can write thanking you and the name, right? And the signature with designation, children. Here you sign your name and then write your name in block letters beneath the signature, followed by your designation. This is how the recipient will know who is sending the letter. So, with this, children, I finish today's class. Your formal letter. Uh, so, I hope that you have followed how to write the complaint letter, and now I'll be starting with the exercises. Right? So, till then, be safe. Go through what I have taught you today. Tomorrow again, be with me just at this time. So, till then, Jai Hind.